There we go. All right, recording's actually started. God, I'm exhausted. Fuck. So let me go ahead and pop into the intro here. Boom. What up? There we go. There's Danny. Uh, so, uh, so Danny, what have you got for plans today?
Today I'm taking the day off and just kind of getting ready for the week. That's basically it.
Fair. Completely fair. I get it. I understand. Makes a lot of sense. I was taking a look at your schedule. You got some pretty fun things lined up this week. You got your finale for Faye, I think.
Yeah, we've been playing through Wario Master Disguise, and that finally getting to finish it up this week.
That is actually, in my opinion, that's actually a very underrated Mario spin-off game.
Wario games are fun.
We all know Luigi is the best brother, though.
It's true.
Like, Luigi's the best brother, Daisy's the better princess. Can we just agree on that? Like, I have never once liked Peach. Daisy, perfect. But yeah, other than the finale, anything else planned for this week?
I'm doing a reveal on Sunday, and that's the only other like big thing.
Doing a reveal. Can you tell me a little bit more, or do I have to like wait in anticipation?
Like I teased it a little bit on a couple streams already.
Okay, I must have. Yeah, I probably wasn't either able to check it out because I was either sleeping because my sleep schedule was fucked up, um, or I was
That is
probably at work.
understandable.
Yeah. Um. So, uh, I just saw that. I'm just reading the chat right now, and Pitt said that he's having pizza for breakfast. That's a very college-like thing to do. Cold pizza and a natty bow, or cold pizza and a Bud Light was my like go-to like Saturday morning breakfast after a party.
Fair.
Like, it's very hard to get more American than that. It's very, very hard to get more American than cold pizza and a cold beer. The hell? Hey, what up, Joe? I'm doing good. Doing good. So, I guess we'll just go ahead and hop into the TWAB today. Now,
It's not bad.
thankfully, and based on the little tab here, it's not too awful. Um, yeah, because you told me, Danny, that it is relatively light. Now, to be fair, last week's fucking TWAB took us 2 goddamn hours. Was it? Hold on, was it last
Yeah.
week's TWAB? Yeah, it took us
Yeah.
2 goddamn hours to get through. I'm really hoping it's not another 2 goddamn hours.
No. This one there's not a whole lot to talk about. Maybe some like initial things on each one, especially the first little segment, but
What, this one right here or a little bit farther down?
the first like actual segment.
Okay. So we'll just quickly skim through this. But basically, they made a blog post about how they're doing economy updates, and there's going to be some changes coming to Lightfall. These are some of the changes. Umbral engrams are going to get changed. Honestly, I
They're
get
gone.
too, yeah, I get too many of them, and they're obnoxious as fuck.
Yeah. They are completely getting rid of them. So come Lightfall, if you have any Umbrals, they can be decrypted at Rahul, but you can't use them, basically.
I mean, that's
Like
fair.
they're being replaced by ritual engrams, which will, I believe, what they said they're going away at the end of each season, so you get different ones, unless I'm remembering it incorrectly.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, that at least it gives it like a little bit of freshness. Cause I don't know, getting umbral engrams like when my bank is full of umbral engrams. I'm sorry, that's obnoxious as hell.
It's just you get so many.
So
You get
fucking many.
so many.
So goddamn many, and none of them are worth it. Like, ever. Like,
So with like Umbral's going away and Blue's going away, it's gonna be very nice on the that little inventory slot for engrams.
yeah, Postmaster is gonna be very happy about it. Kadi is her name, I think.
I'm trying to
Postmaster
remember.
Postmaster will be nice. Vanguard and Nightfall focusing. That's gonna be interesting. Cause certain Nightfalls drop certain weapons.
Yep.
So being able to actually focus uh that week's Nightfall is going to be
Well, it's
really,
better than
really
that
nice. Ooh. Tell me more.
because they mentioned it in one of their other things about the economy change, but there's a list of. Let me actually pull that up in another tab and I'll just read it because it's an extensive list
Oh,
of
like,
weapons you'll be able to focus.
is he gonna rotate out every week with the Nightfall?
Let's see where they at. So the Nightfall weapons available for focusing in season 20: Malicia's Birthright, Mindbender's Ambition, Wendigo, Hung Jury, Swarm, and Buzzard.
I hate half of those.
And
Not because they're bad
they're
guns, but because people in fucking Crucible spam them.
also you will be able to focus the adept versions of all of those as well if you've gotten them.
Oh no, no, no! I'm already sick and tired of seeing Mindbenders in fucking Crucible.
Being
No.
being able to craft, well, not craft, but being able to focus an adept hung jury is very enticing to me. But here's the thing: focusing those adept weapons takes 3 Vanguard engrams, 50,000 Glimmer, 50 Legendary Shards, and 10 Adept Nightfall Ciphers. Meaning you're gonna have to do quite a bit of Adept stuff to get those.
Huh, that is interesting.
And the Nightfall weapons are 1 Vanguard engram, 20,000 Glimmer, and 25 Legendary Shards.
Makes sense. Like standard
So,
Nightfall
like,
weapons dropping that makes sense.
yeah. The funny ones are, if I remember correctly, yeah, uh, if a player has not acquired the weapon previously, it costs 7 Vanguard engrams, 100 Legendary Shards, 10,000 Glimmer. If a player has acquired them, 3 Vanguard engrams, 25 Legendary Shards, and 25,000 Glimmer.
Uh,
So they're
alright.
giving everyone an opportunity to get some of these weapons, and they're going to rotate in some over time.
I see.
It's going to be nice.
I don't know how I feel about it. Again, some of those weapons, the biggest one in my opinion is Mindbenders. Hung Jury, well, I take that back. Hung Jury is really fucking good.
And
It is,
the fact that
yeah,
the
that,
fact that they let you focus that and the adept version.
yeah, that and Mindbenders because Hung Jury in PvE is really fucking strong. Mindbenders in PvP is also really fucking strong. The rest of them I don't really mind because they're like here and there and kind of a miss, so it's kind of whatever. Focusing costs are getting changed. Um, again, I think they mentioned a little bit about that in the last TWAB or
Yep.
previous TWAB. Legacy focusing and legacy match rewards. So clearly you watched or read this blog. Can you tell me what the fuck that means?
Basically, you know all those weapons that they sunset?
Yeah.
Those are probably coming back. At least certain ones. So I'm expecting probably the next one that will talk about some of the legacy stuff because there's also legacy crafting that is
Oh.
coming up at some point in the future.
Oh my god, give me a 21 delirium, baby.
I'm hoping they bring back the Black Armory stuff.
Oh, the Black Armor. Because I came in right after, because I came in Season of Arrivals, and that was basically like a season and a half, 2 seasons right after Black Armory.
Yep.
So I missed all of the Black Armory stuff, which sucked because I'm pretty sure I have a 21 Delirium in my bank,
Yeah.
but it is stuck at 1350.
Yep.
So if they bring 21 Delirium, and what was the other machine gun that they had? The Black Armory machine gun?
Uh,
It was another
let
one that
me
was really, really fun.
let me find it real quick.
Because let me see. The 21 Delirium, there was another machine gun, and then there was an assault rifle or an auto rifle that I used before I landed on Gnawing Hunger. Which also, thank God they did not sunset Season of Arrival weapons, because, whoa, I would have been fucked. Gnawing Hunger is, in my opinion, probably one of the best, if not the best, legendary auto rifle.
Yeah. No, it's definitely up there.
Like it's
Hammerhead.
that's it.
Yeah.
Hammerhead. That'll be fun.
Like it has an equivalent that's available now, but you can only get it through Deepstone Crypt.
Yeah, fuck all that. Speaking of which, I should actually log on to D2 at some point and actually finish the goddamn season.
The fact that for Hammerhead, literally almost every barrel, three of the like magazine options, two of the second slot, and three of the third slot perks are all preferred by both sides of the community speaks volumes of how good this MG was.
People miss
Like
Black Armory.
it had very few perks on it that people didn't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with the pulse rifle, blast furnace, which is
Oh
probably one
god.
of the best pulses that has been in the legendary slot,
Yeah.
and then Kindle Orchid.
Remind me what Kindle Orchid was?
Hand cannon that could potentially roll with kill clip and rampage at the same time.
That's fucking illegal. That's not okay. What?
It was I
What
believe
fucking
if I remember
RPM?
correctly.
What RPM is it? Or at least
Let
was
me
it?
let me see if I can
Because if
find
it
it
was a
real quick.
140, that's fucking disgusting.
I think it was a 180.
Okay, so it didn't hit nearly as hard.
Of course, that was back before they messed with the sandbox, and you could basically one-shot kill red bars with hand cannons.
I mean, I don't know. You can still do some pretty based on which hand cannon you run. Because I don't know about you, Danny, but Austringer, crafted Austringer gets pretty damn close. Like a proper
Oh, never
Austringer is.
mind. I stand corrected. It was a 140.
I was about to say, I'm like, there's no way a 180 was one-shotting red
But
bars.
yeah,
Like,
the curated role was corkscrew rifling, drop mag, kill clip, and rampage.
that's fucking gross. Fan and slam, baby. Fan and slam.
It's just the fact that you could roll a damage perk in the first perk slot and in the second one.
Literally got the best damage. The fuck. Words are hard. God damn it. Literally the best 2 damage perks.
And just the fact that the gun itself just looked good. It's a good looking hand cannon.
That's fair. All right, we're gonna move on to yesterday's triumphs fix and rollback. Um,
Yeah. Uh last week's update, they had an issue happen that kind of reset like a lot of progress because they were moving one triumph or one title to the legacy section, and the code did not like it, so it reset a lot of people's progress on stuff, and they're like, nope, can't do that. So they rolled back all of the server data to before that.
There have been a lot of bugs and problems this season.
I mean, the game's code is like almost a decade old, if not more.
God,
It's
they
like
really
the
need.
framework is old.
I really wish that they updated it. Like, there's no point for them not to fucking update it.
Like
Like,
the changes.
I don't want to make the OG Blizzard small indie company jokes, but what the fuck, man?
Yeah, they are heading towards a point where they're going to need to basically overhaul the game engine.
I recommend they go to Unreal 4
It's
because
like
everyone else is doing it, and honestly, Unreal 4 looks really fucking good.
it's like the way that they're prioritizing thing is they have two generations of console plus PC all communicating together.
Yeah, I wonder. So, because we've got Lightfall, we have Beyond Light, and then we're technically done with the roadmap, right?
We have the final shape.
Okay, so it's Lightfall. Is it Beyond Light or Final Shape? Right
Final
after
shape will
Lightfall.
be the last expansion for Light and Dark Saga, as they
Okay.
said.
So, because here's my thing is Final Shape. I really just want them to turn the fucking Traveler into a fucking square. Cut the excess off, turn it into a fucking cube. Just for the memes. So, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, after Final Shape, I'm wondering if they will actually go do D3, and the reason why is because they don't want to have to rewrite all of the fucking code on D2.
I
Cause
think what they're likely to do is they'll do Final Shape and they'll just have D2 here, and then they'll just make either like a spin off or a completely different game.
to be honest, I think once they it's gonna be hard, right? Because Destiny is a very much lore-based game, right?
Yep.
Now, to be fair though, we have seen what Bungie has done before with their with their games, right? For
Yep.
example, literally the Halo series, considered the greatest set of games created. Like, Halo is such a staple in the community, right? And Bungie did a phenomenal job with all 5 games that they did. Because they did Halo 1, 2, and 3. They did Halo 3 ODST. I know some people aren't a fan of it. Personally, I think it was really well done. And they did Halo Reach. And they said, we're done. We don't want to do anymore.
Yeah,
I
because
want.
they
Yeah,
hit the end of the actual story.
yeah. And they were like, we want to be done. Like, that's it. Like, we set it up. Like, we left a huge cliffhanger at the end of Halo 2. We picked it back up. We finished Halo 3. We did not leave it on a cliffhanger. We left it at an actual stopping point. Like, this is the story. This is Chief's story. It's over. It's done. Move on. And it's good. Like, Halo 3 is good. A lot of people our age would consider it one of their favorite games of all time, right? And I'm curious to see how Bungie handles it now, because unlike Halo, at least back in the day, Destiny is a live service game.
Yep.
Halo was not. So my question is, do they say, fuck it, Final Shape is it? That is the end of the Guardians? That is the end of the story? We're done? Or are they going to continue it? And here's where the issue I have is if they decide to continue it, whatever made Destiny great, they may end up killing if they try to continue it. Because that's exactly what happened when 343 took over after Bungie left Microsoft.
Yep.
And 343 fucking butchered, and I mean butchered, the fucking Halo series. So, I'm curious to see how everything goes. Excuse me.
Like, at the very least, I'm imagining that there is going to be an overhaul sometime, at the very least, between Lightfall and Final Shape. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff in the code that needs to be trimmed. It's a pretty chunky game.
Yeah.
Like, it's over 100 gigs. It's a pretty chunky game.
He's a big boy. Oh, that's right. The voting for the Festival of Lost Armor themes is happening right now.
Starts very soon.
Yeah, and so they're doing bugs.
Spider armor or beetle armor? I kind of want the spider armor.
So I think the spider armor for the Titan and the Hunter look good. But what the fuck are they doing for the Warlock, man? That looks so shitty.
Me, neither
Where,
one looks great.
to be honest,
Still.
I actually like the Beetle armor for the Warlock. The only issue is, bro, the helmet is so fucking basic.
The helmets are always so bad. Why can they never make Warlock helmets look good? It's not that hard, please.
They
Warlocks
did it
need
with
a
the
good helmet.
dinosaurs. They did it with the dinosaurs. The Triceratops fucking helmet transmog looks so fucking good. Why? Why? You gave us bangers, and now you give us this. Stop doing the fucking Warlock community. All 5 of us. Stop doing us dirty, Bungie, please.
Also, just noticing, if they do make the spider armor, you can use the legs to make a pretty sick fallen cosplay.
That is true. That is actually very, very true. You actually, now that I think about it, because last year for Festival of Lost,
Is Nyx.
they had the Misrax masquerade helmet.
Yep.
Yeah, so you could actually hold up. Wait a second. No, hear me out. Do you know the Warlock piece with the very skin tight Warlock piece with the chains on it?
Are you thinking about a Varix? Because I
Uh
think there's a Varix mask too.
yeah, no, I was actually thinking of the Baron.
Ah, yeah, you could do that.
The Baron Scorn. And I think
Yeah,
that would be fucking sick. Because let's be honest. Well, come on. Let's be real. Scorner literally just fallen that tried to resurrect their mother and got put back in their place.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much. For those of you, by the way, that don't understand that reference, you're too young to watch my content. I'm sorry. If you have never seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or just Full Metal Alchemist, the tab to close is over there. Leave now.
Oh god, I also just realized You could do like a Blue Beetle cosplay with the Titan armor.
I mean, the shader that came out, the one that like glows green and black and shit. Which, by the
Yep.
way, I'm sad that I didn't pick up.
Oof.
Wait, because it was available last week, not this week, right?
I think maybe.
Yeah, because I would probably log on later today to double check. But
Yeah.
I mean, the Titans look like Titans. The Hunters look like Hunters. The Warlock shoulder pads look cool.
Like everything until you get to the helmet is okay.
The problem is that the helmets are always fucking so goddamn generic.
I think they just expect at this point that every warlock is basically wearing an exotic helmet, which is not necessarily true because the gauntlets are pretty good.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, like, I like putting on my Controverse hold every now and then. And when I'm running solar, I run Starfire Protocol.
Like you would literally need to just have a different helmet the whole time.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And you'll also get an email to vote. And
Yeah.
it's only
So
for your mains, so that's pretty interesting. Uh, upcoming content changes. So weekly deep sight red border weapon focusing from the exoframe at the helm will be adjusted to daily availability for the remainder of the season to help players craft those final weapons before Lightfall arrives. That's really nice.
I'm glad they're doing that because I have a lot of craftable weapons to unlock.
Yeah, and that's for all of those. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yep.
This will also apply to vendors offering guaranteed deep sight weapon focusing from season 16 to 18. Oh, so if you did
Yeah,
Season of the
that's
Haunted
all
and
of
you
this
didn't get yourself a fucking craftable Austringer, this is your fucking chance.
because it'll
Uh,
be daily.
yeah, which means if you play Monday through Friday, because it's roughly what, 4 to 5 based on the weapon, right?
Yeah, at most 5.
Yeah, so it's roughly 4 to 5 days for a weapon. So theoretically, every 2 weeks, you can get roughly, give or take, about 3 deep sight weapons. That's pretty fucking solid.
You can finish up like getting the patterns for all of those before the end of the season.
Oh yeah, 100%. As a reminder, Iron Banner reputation gains will be increased in several ways when Fortress returns on January 31st. For those of you watching this today, and for when this goes out on YouTube, it is currently January 30th. So tomorrow, because I'm an ape and I forgot to record this with Danny last week, because I'm dumb. So yeah, it will include an increase to base reputation earned per match, an increased multiplier contribution from wearing Iron Banner armor, and an increased multiplier contribution from equipping an Iron Banner emblem. And they also said, go earn that chainmail shader if you haven't already.
Yes. The shader you get after the first reset does turn a lot of cloth into chainmail, and it looks fucking sick.
Fuck. I might have to log on.
These increased reputation earns are going to make that so much easier because as slow as it was going for me, at before the Iron Banner ended last week, because the more games you play, the more challenges you complete, and the more reputation you earn per challenges, plus all the armor and the emblem, I had like an 11 times reputation multiplier per match.
Oh, so you did it in like a day.
You could, if you get to that point, you could legitimately get like at least like one, maybe 2 resets in a day if you just played Iron Banner.
Huh.
It's kind of nuts.
Well, you only need to do the one for the shader, right?
You need to go just a little bit past the first reset.
Gotcha. Okay. Hmm.
And then you can also get the Rise of Iron Banner armor.
Yeah, which is banger armor.
I'm still
Um,
sad that it was just drops. Couldn't just focus it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Season of the Seraph in Year 5 ending on February 28th. Lightfall drops then. There you go. Pick your shit up.
Yep.
The Moments of Triumph 2022 stuff. The merch stuff. There's that. Known issues. The Season of the Seraph seal only needs 9 of the 10 available triumphs to acquire the title. Huh.
It is true.
That's interesting. The abhorrent imperative quest cannot be picked up if a player's bounty inventory is full. Players will need to make room in their inventory to pick up the quest step. That's weird. It's a quest, not a bounty. Why is the bounty board affected?
It's really weird.
That is a very, very specific bug. First of all, why the fuck is your bounty shit full? It's not even the week before the new season or the new expansion.
Some people start bounty hoarding literally as soon as they hit 100.
Jesus Christ, animals, all of them. Some season of the Seraph armor may display the message "Unlock this item in collections to purchase" when viewing the seasonal vendor screen. If a player sees this message, they will need to earn the armor elsewhere before purchasing additional armor from the vendor. I thought that was a standard thing, anyways.
It's weird. It's not supposed to after you've gotten them, but
Oh, gotcha. Revision Zero's Hunter's Trace intrinsic perks may not unlock until after, should you choose to accept it, quests are completed simultaneously. That is also very specific. What is up with these fucking super specific bugs? Like, they're not generic. Like, look at the next
yeah,
one.
they're very specific.
Like, many weapon crafting quests and triumphs are not progressing. That's generic as fuck. Like, this is so fucking generic. Deep Explorer boots are missing from the armor ornament menu. That's also kind of a generic thing. Like, you choose a weapon and its model just doesn't want to show. That's a pretty generic thing that happens on a regular basis. Would you not agree?
It is, and now we get something specific again.
That's way too fucking specific. Shotgun reticle remains on screen while emoting? What the fuck? Find fire teams on the companion app doesn't work for accounts whose main characters are from Stadia. Of course not. Fuck Stadia. Fuck Stadia. And we are aware of an issue causing the next artifact unlock to incorrectly display 0 out of 1 instead of expected XP progress. This is a visual only issue, and players are still able to earn additional artifact unlocks by earning XP. Alright, so it's just a visual bug. So nothing like gameplay wise that's important. So that's good to know.
Means your next unlock will be a surprise.
There you go. So this is Spike Nade So Good. It's a YouTube video. There is Zindal Conquistadora times 7.
It was an interesting one.
Can you tell me what happens? This is from Zindal again on Twitter.
So, general sense of what happened, missed with Thunder Crash and ended up flying around the room for a little bit until hitting the boss. Also, I forgot how long that actually lasts.
Thunder Crash lasts a while. It's a little. I mean, did you not see what Buddha did in the raid when we tried? When we tried to do fucking Oryx, that motherfucker sent it.
You can go quite a ways with that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people used to use Thunder Crash to get through. What was the Dreaming City raid?
Oh, Last Wish.
Yes, Last Wish, to get all the chests. So that and sword skating before they absolutely fucking neutered it.
Here's the best part. The uh the only ones that can actually do that now are Warlock and Hunter.
Well, that's because of Icarus Dash. It resets.
Nope. Well
Really?
skating.
Wait, why?
The interaction between like placing a will and eager edge for some reason just fucking sends you. It's funny.
Well,
But
OP.
you could
Well,
basically
OP.
go
Please nerf.
the funny thing about it, when you do a well skate, you can actually skip from the starting point of the tomb ship encounter on King's Fall all the way to that first checkpoint.
That's fucking dumb. What?
You can fucking go.
I need you to send me the clip of someone doing that. That's fucking insane.
Well skating is nuts.
And then this one is not there. Okay. Then we have Freelancer Alpha. Elixni Hatchley supporting the Bungie Foundation. That's a cute little photo. It's a little small with a Bungie Foundation hat on. That's a
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a good picture. Again, that is from Freelancer Alpha. I'm gonna assume. This is Ellen Volta, the Architect's Discovery. Wow. With Strand. That is beautiful.
The art just never ceases to amaze.
I mean, the fucking detail. Like, look at the gloves and the individual, like. That's just insane. That's just incredibly well done art. So, that's so good. And that is. Wow, okay, you weren't fucking kidding. This was a really short TWAB.
Yeah, it is very short.
Well, at least it's better than a fucking 2 hour one that we had last week. So, so overall, what are your thoughts on this TWAB, Danny?
I think it's definitely a lot lighter than last week's, but I think they're setting up for the big one
Yeah, yeah, I
because
think
they still haven't talked about like the legacy crafting and all of that yet.
that they're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I think that they're gonna talk about that this week. Um,
Probably.
so here's what I'm calling is that they're gonna probably talk about the legacy crafting this week. The week after, they're going to talk about um, they're going to talk more about what Strand is going to be doing. And then the week before, is when they're going to do the big reveal of like all of the crazy, insane shit that they did.
Yeah,
That is
because
my prediction.
I also have been paying attention because I've seen some mentions throughout the community since they have brought up that they're putting champion mods into subclass 3.0. There has been some interest in adding matchmaking to legend content.
I mean, I've been saying it for a while. I think that there does need to be matchmaking made in Legend content.
Yeah, like there should be an option for matchmaking and an option for no matchmaking. Because
Yeah,
like D1 actually had that for like all matchmade activities. There was a version for matchmaking and one for no matchmaking.
and I agree. The biggest thing that I have a problem with is so many players, especially solo players, like for example, doing nightfalls, right? You're basically
Yeah,
stuck on doing heroic because you can't
you,
go any higher, even though you probably have the gear score for it, but because you're not in a pre-made, you can't do it.
it always goes back to that issue in Destiny. Is like there's stuff that you are okay soloing, and there's stuff that you just don't want to solo.
Yeah, like for example, like you probably shouldn't solo Grandmaster Nightfalls unless your name is esoteric.
Who recently just put out a video going through it with like zero resilience, and he's he's literally just like a step away from going in with like white weapons.
Jesus.
If they were the same level, like high enough to actually do damage, I think he would actually do that. And that's machine.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was a nice, TWAB to not have like three fucking paragraphs of one singular thing.
Yep. Which was all like PvP stuff, which someone that I am acquainted with informed me that the language between those indicates that the sandbox team and the PvP team do not communicate, which explains a lot about Crucible's state.
Yeah, a lot of people have not been a fan of Crucible recently. Um and my argument for them is number 1, get good. Uh and number 2, stop running the dumb shit. And no, I don't mean like me like running double hand cannon because you really shouldn't, but
Stop
am I going to
sweating
do
in
it?
quick play.
Yeah, like I mean
That's
like
basically it.
yeah, sweating in quick play. Save your sweats for trials, and maybe a little bit if you're doing like the first week of Iron Banner. Like
Like,
the first week that Iron Banner comes out during the season. Okay, you want to get your reset shit, you want to get it done, you want to get it over with so that way you can move on. Okay, I get that. I understand. It's all good. But you should not be sweating in quick play. Like, I'm sorry, but like that's the whole point of quick play is to have a quick match. That's it. Like,
yeah,
play a match, go grab food. I
get your
shouldn't.
pinnacle.
Yeah, get your pinnacle. Be done. I shouldn't have to pray to fucking Jesus Christ to get my shit. So, um, I mean, anything else you want to say about the TWAB?
Uh, I kind of want to see more of what they're going to do with A1 because they talked about it a little bit that she's going to have like a lot of the older armor sets that were sunsetted for transmog purposes, and that I think is a good change since she's no longer going to have mods.
I very much agree with that because she's basically going to be useless other than. Well, I mean, are they going to have her doing the focusing for the legacy weapons specifically for like the Black Armory?
I don't know yet because all they've talked about is that she's going to have basically pretty much most of the sunset like armor sets.
Which I think is fine. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of the Black Armory stuff was basically revamped gear that had already been out, but it
Yeah,
was actually made to actually be fucking good though.
because she's also bringing back like all those old destination armor sets, like the one from Mercury.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting actually. The Some of those armor sets are actually very, very, very good.
Yeah, they look good, and they will help with like visuals for a lot of armor because especially Ios in particular. I think it actually has a really good helmet for the Warlock.
One of the few ones.
So having people, you know, be able to get those for cosmetic reasons is nice.
Yeah, I agree. Um, and yes, we don't actually get to an hour, on this goddamn video. Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube under the same name.
You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Domini Fox, or you can find me on Twitter at Domini Fox 1. Um, I apologize, chat. I am very, very, very exhausted. Yet again, I pulled another. For those of you that have been on my streams, I have yet again pulled another accidental all nighter because my sleep schedule is super fucked because I am super stressed about my job. So yeah, it's been a very fun 2 to 3 weeks since my back's been injured. There's a lot of shit that's been going on. But yeah. With that being said, uh, thank you all so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. We both hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Um, and as always, don't be a sweat lord. I'll catch you guys next time.